Big news for shoppers. Amazon just canceled a bunch of inventory orders from China just because of new U.S. tariffs. The tariffs pushed by President Trump started hitting on March the 4th, targeting imports from China, Canada, and Mexico. Products like beach chairs, scooters, and air conditioners are affected, which might mean shortages or higher prices on Amazon soon. This move comes amid heated U.S. China trade war, with Trump threatening a 50% tariff hike if China does not drop its own retaliatory tariffs. Some U.S. consumers are already stockpiling goods, fearing price spikes. Some outlets have even said tariffs could cost the average household an extra $2,100 in 2025. Amazon's decision could also hurt its third-party sellers who rely on Chinese suppliers, potentially forcing them to raise prices or find new sources. Meanwhile, China is considering more tariffs on U.S. goods, which could make this trade battle even messier. So if you're reading this correctly, if you're an American citizen, you can make and manufacture products at your home and want to sell them on Amazon, you can literally sell them in the USA, and you're not even competing with some of those people who are making them in China and some other countries who are literally having their packages blocked by Amazon. Stay tuned for more updates on tariffs, as I'm sure we have more throughout the day and the week as this battle continues to proliferate.
Amazon has announced that it's canceling inventory orders from China. What does that mean? That means if you're a supplier, a store, that you tend to send inventory out of China directly through Amazon, that's been put on hold. If you have a storefront on Amazon that you also sell to Temu and TikTok shop, and you're again ordering straight out of China to the Amazon fulfillment center, that's come to an end. We're going to see a disruption in availability, disruption. Prices are going to get higher due to the tariffs. Amazon doesn't want to get stuck in the middle of this. And they probably have to recalibrate the way that they do shipping costs and so forth because of what's happening with the tariffs and China. So this is developing, more to come. Stock market is absolute junk again today. It's I'm not even going to watch it. It's wild swings in both directions. It's so news driven. Whenever a market is that way, you can't really play with the market because one article comes out and boom, it flushes, and then another article comes out and then it pops. Gotta go. Grandkids calling.
So in the last 24 hours, have you tried to buy anything from China? Like AliExpress, Alibaba, Shein, Temu? I feel bad for my girls who are in the middle of wedding planning or party planning like I'm doing. My fiance and I just looked at something on AliExpress, tried to get a quote estimate to see how much it would cost. The notification we got was literally, we do not ship to your region. We do not ship to your address. They've officially banned shipping to the United States. I don't know if this is an AliExpress thing, if this is a China thing. I'm just thinking about me needing bundles, a new wig, a new lace front. I'm at the height of party planning for my son, and I've gotten things significantly cheaper off Shein and Temu. Yeah, I don't know. This is so dumb.
Breaking news, Amazon has now started canceling orders from China. Other vendors will do the same. Here's the deal. Tariffs up 104%. That means they, as the importers, are going to pay 104% more for the product, which means the price just doubled, plus an extra 4%. They would have to pass that cost on to you. They may not think you will pay the price, therefore they don't keep the product. Therefore, this hurts manufacturers in the respective country. And also means there's going to be shortages for various products here in the United States because the price is doubling. And if the vendors and the buyers, such as Amazon and others, don't think you and I are going to pay these prices for the higher price for the product, where the price is doubling, they're going to cancel the orders. Therefore, we will have shortages. So when we start getting shortages, it's bad or worse than the pandemic. Again, you can thank it to Donald Trump. Thank MAGA, thank everybody that voted for this, because this is what they voted for, and this is what we get as a result. I clearly did not vote for Donald Trump. Love to hear from my Democrats and my MAGAs, my crazies, my cuckoos, and my burned out light bulbs. If you work for a company or a vendor that is canceling orders with any country, let me know. If you have any other insightful information you want to share, I will not disclose anything about you if you don't want to have it disclosed, and I will be able to talk about it here on my my two channels, Greg the Uber Driver 2 and Greg the Uber Driver 3. Have a great day.
And this is just a heads up for anyone who is ordering anything from China for your business, Shein, Temu. Also, there's tons of brands that ship from China and Hong Kong, including like House of CB. When it gets here, since the tariffs are implemented immediately now, you could be subject to a 125% tariff upon arrival. So if you paid $300 for clothes or something along those lines, items, goods, you're gonna have to pay $375 extra to be able to get that parcel as a result of this Trump tax. And mind you, this is coming at the same time that we just had Apple fly in 5 different planes full of iPhones to the US to avoid the tariffs. But I just want to remind everyone that this is what the wealthy are going to be doing. The wealthy are not going to be paying this. It is a tax on poor people and poor people alone, because you, me, and that tiny seller in China does not have the equity, we don't have the finances to charter private planes to fly across international lines.
I've had a lot of people ask me about how the tariffs are going to affect us as sellers, and a lot of people who are buying from China getting goods shipped to the US. And so the first thing is, yes, product costs will increase, but naturally to offset this increase, the market, us as sellers, are going to have to raise our prices. I find it highly unlikely that people are just going to absorb the cost. And so as a result, prices will raise, which will then not really affect margins because of the raise of our price. Now, another thing this might affect though is shipping. As more people try to transition maybe to getting things made in the US or elsewhere, freight forwarders might have to raise their prices because of the lack of demand. And so we might see an increase in cost for shipping too. Now, again, I'm quite confident that the market's gonna have to raise their price, so margins shouldn't be affected too much. But he's making a lot of decisions and changes pretty quickly. So we just have to keep an eye on the market too and see, will anything change? Will he drop tariffs? Will another deal be negotiated, etc.? If you want to learn more, stay up to date, give me a follow.
In the United States, according to Bloomberg, the orders for beach chairs, scooters, air conditioners, and other merchandise from multiple Amazon vendors were halted after Donald Trump's April 2nd tariffs announcement. Many vendors believe this is in response to the tariffs. One vendor had been selling beach chairs made in China to Amazon for more than a decade, received an email saying, you know what, not to ship them anymore. $500,000 worth of beach chairs were nixed.
Why the fuck did Amazon cancel my order? What the fuck is that? Amazon just canceled my order. I placed that fucking order like a week and a half ago, and it was supposed to be shipped on the 10th. I just got an email and they said they fucking canceled my order. What the fuck? What the fuck? So now I'm like, does Bezos know? Is Bezos in like the loop? Because if Bezos is in the loop, did he know that they were going to be fucking pausing tariffs? Because I got that email this morning canceling my Amazon order. And then I'm fucking seeing this tweet like 3 hours ago or 2.5 hours ago that's basically announcing that there's a pause in the tariff. Does this fucking mean that I can reorder that shit? Or like, what does that mean? What does this mean? Do we... Oh, my brain. I look around and I'm like, there's so many Chinese made products just within touching distance. Right here. That up there. Probably this blanket. Also maybe this pillow. And maybe these up here. And probably a lot of pieces of this fucking car. What the fuck?
This is disruptive. Well, as a result of the trade war that is occurring, Bloomberg reported today that Amazon had to halt orders for certain products from China. Bloomberg reported that this move was in response to the tariffs that were announced earlier this week by President Trump and to lessen the vulnerability of the products coming from China. The order cancellations included items such as beach chairs, scooters, air conditioners, and other products from numerous Amazon vendors. And this came after the April 2nd announcement that Trump made with his intention to impose tariffs on more than 180 countries and territories. So because these cancellations were abrupt and sudden, it led many vendors to believe that this is in response to what is going on currently with this trade war and trade back and forth every single day. Let me know your thoughts, as every minute almost seems to be new news with these tariffs, and if you have seen any disruption with your orders.